Hey guys, I got a bunch of packages here and I need to record my unboxing of them like I always do, just to make sure everything came intact. And some of this stuff has been sitting for a while, so I'm going to do them all in this video. We're not really going to go through each individual item too deep, but let's just get through these packages. I hear the rain start coming down outside right now. I'm going to try to get this going before it gets too noisy, because it does get noisy when it's raining here. There's a lot of big drops that land on the air conditioner and the window. So we're going to start with this one right here. It has 13 on there. That's my favorite number. And this one feels like it's probably a controller, because I know I have a bunch of controllers to review, and most of them have already arrived, but I think this is one of them here. So let's see which one it is. If it is one. Oh, the G5 Pro Tri-Mode White. Interesting box. I'm not sure how you pronounce this name. Machiniki. Tell me if you know the proper pronunciation of that. But this controller is a nice looking, relatively budget controller with Hall sticks. And I'm not going to go into the details about everything it has, because I need to look at all the specs and figure everything out first myself. And I'll take the time to do that before we do a review on this controller and compare it with all the other relatively budget controllers these days that are coming with Hall sensor sticks, mechanical switches, all that good stuff. So let's just check this out. Yeah, sometimes the mechanical switches are good, sometimes they're not. Sometimes we like silicone membranes. It all depends, and I like a variety, so I love getting controllers in my hand and seeing how they feel. Every time I see a new controller release, I'm curious as to how well it performs and what it feels like. So we'll do all the tests that I've done in my other videos, like on the telescopic gamepads, where we'll test the sticks in gamepad in gamepad tester, and all the other stuff. This has linear triggers, Hall sensor triggers, so we'll test those too. This works with PC, Switch, iOS, and Android. Doesn't have much to go on as far as visuals. There's a little bit there, but this is the one I got, I believe. This is the gray one, I think, and this is the gray, and this is, I think, black is what they're calling it. But it has like a removable faceplate, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. We'll check it out. Anything extra there to talk about? Test circularity is good. We will be doing that. We'll test it. All right, let's move this to the side. And this is a big box, so I'm guessing this box has some addresses on it that I'm gonna have to kind of try to. I don't have the. Oh, they're not even. They're not packaged individually. So what do we have here? We have the 3D game stick, the Y6. Cool. This one I'm going to be doing a dedicated review for. I'll use it with my portable monitor, and we'll check it out. We'll test the controllers that come with it and see how well they work. This is the little stick. You just put it in your HDMI, add power to it with a mini or a micro USB. We got our SD card in there. What do we have? 128 gigabyte CHPS, whatever that is. So we'll do a full review on the Y6. For any of you guys that are not just interested in handhelds, which is usually what I'm showing on here, if you want to play at home and you want a nice little home console experience, you might be able to get that right here, just with this alone and a couple controllers. So they're in there. We're going to take a look at them in a separate review. This should be here. I guess this thing must have popped open during shipment. But it's pretty cool, kind of compact box. Give you one more look at whatever the box does have to show. There's some caveats there. Choking hazard, all that stuff. Professional game chip. I believe it's an S905. Wait, no, this is Linux, not Android. So we'll have to see. I don't remember all the details. We'll get into it. Double rocker, 2.4 gigahertz wireless. So, you know, the controllers are wireless. Connect to a TV. There's 3D games. This should have some PSP, Dreamcast, hopefully. Some Nintendo DS. We'll see. All right. You know it's going to have PlayStation and everything else below that. But I'm kind of excited about this one. I have a couple different game sticks that I haven't even tested yet. There's another one here that I can show maybe at the end of this video that's just a straight up 8-bit game stick that was sent to me for a review, but I haven't gotten around to that, so I might do that soon too. Okay, oh cool, the PB Tails controller. I know a lot of people have already seen this and the reviews have been done. It's kind of old news now, but this is one that I was interested in. It's just because it's so different, you know, and it's metal. Has the Joy-Con style thumbsticks, which are prone to drift, but hopefully it's repairable. Some dust inside there, but check that out, this holographic box. So that's a metal controller designed for Nintendo Switch. You got your thumbsticks there, you got your D-pad up there. It's 4 separate buttons, but hey, that's cool. It's a good Tetris controller, and it's sharp around all the edges, but it's actually kind of ergonomic too, based on what I've seen in other reviews. Your L2 and R2 are up there, and your L1 and R1 are like along the sides right there. I'm not sure how well that's going to work, but we're not going to open that up in this video because we're going to do some controller reviews in the future. So that's going to go along with the mechanic key, or however you pronounce it, over there for now. Okay. We have another big one here that might have some, yep, it feels like it has some separate packages inside of it. So this one I'm just going to try to keep upside down, but before I even, yeah, you know what, I'll just move this down and start with this. So this one doesn't have any kind of any address or anything on it either. So it seems like these all came from the exact same warehouse from the beginning. A lot of times I think they hold things at a warehouse until other things arrive so that they can ship it all and make it cheaper. But this is just a controller case. I got another one that's very similar that has like the Nintendo Switch logo and the Splatoon like splat all over it. But that's cool. I need some cases for all these controllers, or at least the ones I'm going to keep out of the box. Nice hard case. This will fit a PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch Pro controller, Xbox. I'm pretty sure pretty much any one of the third-party controllers. That zipper is not being very friendly. See, this is good to know. Look at that right there. This happens a lot of times on those cases that you get from companies that, you know, give them with their handhelds. But you got to kind of like pull it tight so that this isn't kind of crinkled in. And yeah, it's all right. So just got to do that. It's kind of got to deal with it and remember that, because that's how you'll destroy a zipper. These zippers can get damaged pretty easily with if you're not careful. But yeah, it's just a basic controller. I don't have one right here. I have my Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. They can fit, but it's not made for that. But hey, it fits. This is the Joy Grip from Skull & Co., which I love. This is like one of my... I play Switch with this more than anything else. It just... I could reach the buttons fine. The thumbstick works great for me. It works. I got so many controllers and I use this the most. Anyway, we'll move this out for now. So far so good. Everything's okay. I haven't tested the Y6 or the controllers yet, so if they are faulty in any way, I'll have to make sure that I include this unboxing to prove that I didn't damage it myself. Okay, so we have a couple other things here. Oh, I got my caliper, just a real cheap, like $2 digital caliper, so I can measure the width of the buttons and things like that on different things I'm working on with mods. So there's that. Move off to the side. That's not too exciting for you guys. I have no idea what this is. It says Data Frog. Is this one of those pre-configured cards did they send me? Because I've been talking to a lot of AliExpress sellers about they're starting to sell pre-configured cards for all their devices, and I was curious about that. I was like, oh, okay, no, this is cool. I need this for my portable monitor. I plug it in. There's a bunch of different things I can do with this, but it's just a USB-C male to USB-C female in the U shape. It works I think for like your Steam Deck charging and stuff like that, but I have other reasons that I use it. I'll stick it on the side of my portable monitor and route the cable around back to my mini PC. So that's cool. I needed that. That's funny. It came from Datafrog. Is that all that's in there? Because I thought it felt small, so I thought it was gonna be a pre-configured SD card for one of the handheld game systems I have. I can't remember. I think I have a TrimUI Smart card coming from one company, and actually I have a 64 gigabyte SD card coming from another company that was sent to me for purpose of review. They offered it to me for $5 as long as I paid for shipping. They had sent it to me, so I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's see it. Nobody wants to share where to get ROMs these days. I'm not sure if this is a loophole or if I should be doing this, but I'll probably make that video and review that pre-configured card. What is this right here? It's some kind of cable. I'm not even sure. Is this like a multi-ended? Oh, okay. This is just another. Like, say if you're playing your phone sideways like this and you want to charge it, kind of gets in the way. You could plug this in. That's kind of cool looking. See if that works. What's it say? Tuki, or something like that. USB-C. That's kind of a nice one too. I mean, I'm not sure if you could see it in the video, but a lot of these USB-C cables will have one side that has like a seam on it, like where the metal is crimped together. It always seems the more higher quality ones and better ones, usually the ones that provide data. I don't think this isn't a data cable, but we'll have a completely solid all the way around, just like this. It always kind of seems like it's a higher quality cable when it's like that. So that's that. Thanks guys for hanging out with me while I get through a bunch of stuff that's not even exciting to watch. I appreciate you being here. Okay. Oh, I think I know what this is. This is some kind of used Nintendo device, little tiny handheld from the 90s, I think, or maybe the mid 2000s. Like, I think it's Yu-Gi-Oh, which I don't know much about at all, but it was only a couple bucks and I was curious, so I got it. Check it out. Maybe in another video with like micro handhelds, like LCD style handhelds. These are just those little it's like a mini Tiger Electronics type, but it's branded by Nintendo. Is it legit? I don't know. Is it even gonna work? I don't know. Look how small that is. That's so cool. I love it. Oh my god, is that dirty? Look at that. Wow. Okay, so I'm guessing this is legit. Holy cow, is that dirty? There's a screen protector film on top of there. I could tell that it's never been pulled off. So it could be like a miracle that this screen turns out to be perfect. Man, can you guys see that in the video? I'm not sure if the light is picking it up right, but look at this thing. How does this work? Can you lift that? What is that, kickstand or something? It says Stadblau. Little kickstand or whatever, and then I don't know if that's how you check for the batteries. I don't want to break anything, but it does have a down arrow right there. Yeah, it's I'll figure it out and we'll get to it, but it is the Yu-Gi-Oh handheld, and I think I could clean this up. Look at all that dust on there. Let's look forward to a review in the future with this refurbished by me and trying to get this thing in decent condition and hopefully working. I'm not disappointed because I paid about $4 for this thing. Just a little button test, a little mushy, no big deal. It's one button. Got our rubber membrane game A. It looks like it has two different types of games, an attack and our D-pad. Doesn't have a central pivot, or if it feels like it has a rubber central pivot like down on the board itself a little, and not like it's really going to matter for this. It's just probably going to be up down attack, something like that. But yeah, I think the screen is actually going to be viewable. It looks like no one ever took that plastic film off of it, so I might be lucky. It says Nintendo right there, so being that it's filthy, I think this stuff was something that ended up in a warehouse and someone got a bunch of them and just sold them. So I think it's a real Nintendo product. Man, I spent a lot of time on this little Yu-Gi-Oh thing, and we're gonna do another video. I'm gonna make it look good. All right, move on. We're almost done here. So I got two more things here. One of them is just some Joy-Con holders, and these are really cool because I got a lot of different Joy-Con. I've modded Joy-Con and put custom shells on them. Most of the shells are actually like legit, like limited edition shells, but they're from AliExpress just because I like the way they look and they're cool, and I don't want to buy a whole new Switch just to get them. I'm not going to open all three. I'll just open one. And I have some Joy-Con right here that I would have to take out of these plastic things to put in. I'm not going to bother with that right now because those things are a pain to pop out. And my other Joy-Cons that I just showed you right there, they have Skull and Co thumb caps, or not just thumbstick caps. These things fit with thumbstick caps, but the button caps, the Skull and Co adhesive button caps, they won't fit into these acrylic cases unless the buttons are just straight up the way they should be. You can't have anything on top of them. They fit so perfectly. But it's made by the Ein company, I-I-N-E. I'm not sure if Ein is how it's pronounced. The other packages, I already got a couple of these. And you know what? Instead of opening this, let me grab one of the ones I have. They were crushed. The boxes were crushed, and these ones are perfect this time, which is cool. So instead of opening you and showing you what's inside, let me just show you the end result. I don't have one here with the straps connected at the moment, but here it is. So look at that. So when you have the straps connected, it seems that the lanyards kind of hang out the bottom. I'm not sure if you can really fit them inside. I haven't attempted it yet, but they open by magnet, so it's nice. You know, it stays closed. These are reshelled Joy-Con, standard gray. They fit perfectly. So that's why I'm saying, I mean, you could have, see, these have, not only do these have thumbstick caps on, but I have these little foam donuts underneath them to add a little bit more resistance to the Joy-Con, so it's not so sensitive. But yeah, these buttons need to be just that way for it to fit. But they're great little, if you collect Joy-Con or you mod Joy-Con like I do, it's a great way to store them. So yeah, I got 3 of those. Few bucks each. I forget what they are. They vary from different sellers. And we have one last thing here that I'm going to show today. I have a bunch of other controllers stacked over there, but those are already open, so I'm just going to leave those for my future controller showdown review, because I got at least 5 or 6. This right here is a device that I've reviewed before, but it's supposed to be different this time. This is the XU10, and man, I got this thing for like $32. It was one of those kind of like don't miss out, like countdown things on AliExpress, and normally these are running for like 50 to 60. They've went down in price recently, but before they were on like a kind of a lockdown firmware that reminded me of a Pandora's box setup, and it worked. I liked it, and the D-pad on this is like a PlayStation D-pad, which is, it just feels so good. The D-pad on this thing is amazing. It works really well. So this is supposed to have Jealous Linux operating system on it. So that's, you know, just enough Linux operating system, JELOS, and it's the same one that the RGB30 is shipped with. And it worked really well for me. It had Portmaster on it, and I was able to download all kinds of games on Portmaster on the RGB30 just by attaching an Ethernet cable with an adapter. And I wonder if I could do that with this too. I'm not going to try today, but we're going to turn this one on real quick because I want to see if it actually is different, or if it's still the same operating system as before, because it was advertised to have Jealous.
for those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know what it is. The others, it's a custom firmware. It's just a different software, different user interface that allows you to have a lot more control over your game options. This has a lot of fingerprints on the screen. This has been in somebody's hands, and there's no... Is there a protective film still on there? I'm not sure, but that screen has smudges on it. But at least the white, it's not dirty. I could clean the screen. So, let's see what we have in here. We have our manual, which I probably will check out. I wonder if they say anything in it about Jealous. Probably not. But I really hope that we're going to do a full review on this in a different one. But I just want to confirm right here and now if it's the same operating system or if they actually did put Jealous on it. So the power button's here on the back. Watch my other video on the XU10 if you want to get into the details of how the buttons and the D-pad and everything feel. I hope this boot music doesn't, or this lightning crack isn't still there. Usually, oh, it's still there. That's not a good sign. But at least I know Jealous can be installed on this device now, and that's pretty awesome. And that's what I'm gonna do. And since I have 2 of these now, I'll probably be giving one of these away soon. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm gonna start working out the details on my first giveaway. And I'm seriously gonna start giving away a bunch of these consoles to you guys. So it's probably gonna have to be mostly the US, but I'm gonna make it happen. It's kind of unfortunate that I was misled. I bought this thinking it had Jealous installed in it because that's what they had on the advertisement. But it was one of those smart choice deals where you can't really communicate directly with the seller. So I took a chance with it. And because I love this device as it is, my light turned up, I decided to get it again because this one's white, my last one's purple. And it's just the best D-pad I've ever felt for fighting games and platformers. Usually I'm like a full crosspad type of guy, but they did it right with this one. Watch my other video to see. But I'm gonna do a video, and what I'll do is I'll have my purple one with this operating system on it right here, and then what did I do? Oh, I started. That's right. A is down here on this. A, B, X, Y. But what I'll do is I'll compare the Jealous to the stock, and from there, let's see how to exit. The G button on the side. Okay, so with Nintendo 64, I remember in my other video, someone had pointed this out, that I had mentioned that there was no save or load state for Nintendo 64, and if you look right here up on the top of this little icon, it says save. You press select plus L1, and load is select plus R1. So that's what you do right here for your game if you want to get into a specific load state, or if you want to save a game that you're in, press select and L1 to save it. It's different with the other systems. You go into like the RetroArch menu from what I remember. Man, this D-pad feels good. But anyway, I'm going to load up Jealous on this one, and then we'll do a comparison side by side. So that's it. That's everything for this video. Just basically an unboxing to confirm what I got is what I was supposed to get, and for the most part it was, except for this operating system right here, because this is not Jealous. So we'll have to do it ourselves. But it's still, this is such an awesome console, and now that it has custom firmware, I do recommend this one. I mean, if you could find it for a good price, if you could find this thing for 40 bucks, I think it's better than the R36S, R35S. I think it's a better choice. To me, the D-pad feels better. I'm not sure about the sticks, but you know, they're good too. And the buttons in the back are nice and quiet, which is something I really like. So I also kind of like this little rim on top. Everybody laughs and is like, what the hell is it for? But I'd rather bump that into something than the direct glass of my screen. So whatever. It is what it is. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys, and watching me unbox all my Chinese e-waste, as some will put it. I make sure this stuff doesn't go wasted. I promise. All right, guys, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Peace.